Okay, it's Friday, August 25th. It's 5:45 in the morning. Never film inside the room, but today's a big day. Going over, we're leaving me and maybe I'm gonna go with a guy named Tim from Iowa. We're gonna leave and go south over Indiana Pass, which is almost 12,000 feet. It's the highest point on the entire trail, and we have 5,000 feet of climbing today, 4,000 feet of it from Del Norte to Indiana Pass over 25 miles. So it's basically uphill for 25 miles and 4,000 feet. So I just want to get out early. One more quick video for this morning. There's no water for the first, I think, 40 miles. There's water on the top, but it's a Superfund cleanup site, so it's contaminated, and there's a spring before the top of Indiana Pass, but some people drink it, I'm not, so most people are bringing a lot of water. So I've got 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 6 liters, and I brought this for New Mexico, but that's what I got. So it's basically 42 miles with no water until we get to Stunner Campground. So I just thought I'd point that out. First for me on the trip, we're going out in the dark. Gonna just stop over at the convenience store and get an egg sandwich. I think it's gonna be light in about 20 minutes, so I figure I'd get a jump on the climbing and the heat today. Again, 41 miles with no water and 25 miles uphill, 4,000 feet to Indiana Pass. Okay, heading out, got my extra water, and Indiana Pass should be 25 miles this way, 11,000, I think 900 feet. And it's not exactly dark, but first time I'm out this early, so just wanted to film a little. I don't think it's that interesting, but it's my video and I'm gonna film. Leaving Del Norte. Nice day. So getting light out. Indiana's that way. And if you can see way in the distance there, there's another bike rider coming, crazy like me, getting up in the dark. Okay, that is Ralph from Germany, from Stuttgart, right in front of me. Trying to keep up with him, but he's like a mountain bike racer or something. So, of course I can't. But anyway, you can see sun's coming up. It's about 6:45, and it's beautiful in the valley, and in about 3 miles this road ends, and we have a red climb, and that means steep and up for about, probably, I'm gonna guess about 15 miles. This doesn't even look steep right here, but we're going up right now. So I have a tiny bit of flat before the grueling uphill starts, and I just wanted to talk very quickly about gear. You know, I'm a new biker. It's my first really long bike trip, and I met a guy who I was gonna online who was helping me. I actually started with him in Banff, and every conversation was about gear. What kind of tires, what kind of rims, what kind of bike, what kind of seat, aero bars. It's just like, in this biking world, it's completely endless. And what I come to realize is that the bike doesn't pedal itself, and gear doesn't really matter. I've met 75-year-old guys out here with 80+ pound bikes. I met like racer types. I'm in the middle. But yeah, gear doesn't pedal the bike, and it doesn't really matter. And the more I got into this trip and met people, it was all conversations about life and, you know, just stuff like that, people stuff, and no one talks about gear. Not a single person asks out here what kind of bike, what kind of this and that. The only caveat I will mention is tire pressure, because I have no idea what tire pressure to run even after all these miles. So sometimes I ask what's a good tire pressure, but other than that, yeah, the gear doesn't really matter. I read online you could take pretty much an old bike that's sturdy, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's all. This particular guy, when I met him, I'm just pointing out, he had a headlight on his helmet, he had a car headlight on his handlebars, he had like everything, a generator. And me, I got my Fritos strapped to the back and my water here because I don't have a fancy water bladder. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. If you're ever thinking of doing this, you don't need fancy gear. No one seems to care or talk about it. And it's really just about riding your bike. So that's all. I won't bring up gear again. I will do a gear review because people seem to care about that, but I need a 0 day or something where I can sit outside and just dump all the junk out of my bike. But anyway, that's enough rant for this morning. Just thought I'd film this. This is the start of the big climb. 3,392 feet. Miles to go are 12. So it says 1 hour, but I know once I start it's going to probably be like 4 hours. So, and it says it's only a 2% grade now, but I know it's about 5 or 6. So you can't really see much right now. It's probably around that corner. I won't bore you with all the details, but it's there, trust me. So I made it on top of Indiana Pass. It's only 11:15. Whoops. Whoops. I thought I was going to get here like 2 o'clock. Anyway, I'm a little on the downside, but very pretty. There's the top over there. My Fritos are still connected. I got to worry about them on the downhill, and I didn't drink that much water, but just want to kind of show you this. We're at 11,927 feet, basically 12,000, and I climbed 4,108, 4,200 feet I climbed in 24 miles, which is pretty crazy. So I think I'm going to go down a little bit, because if you look at the profile, it's not, there's more ups. So I'll go till 12 o'clock and then I'll have lunch. So I'm proud of myself. I never say that. And by the way, there's no headwinds and no rain, so everything's going well today. Still think I'm going to stop, take a long lunch, and stop at Stunner Campground. 41 miles today. That'll be 5,000 feet of gain for the day. Just thought I'd take a picture. We're down off Indiana Pass. Right up there about a mile is Summitville, which is a super fun cleanup site. And this is really pretty. The road runs all the way down into Summitville, and then this river runs down. And as beautiful as this is, all this water's contaminated. This super fun site's at pretty high elevation. It's probably around 11,000 feet, maybe higher. And everything you see here is contaminated. So that's why I'm bringing all this extra water that I haven't drank. I'm just a masochist about carrying it up 4,000 or 5,000 feet. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to point that out and show how pretty it is, all things considered. So here's a better view. Summitville Mine, super fun site. And you can see, I don't know what they were mining. See all the water is like orange. So not too good. I was gonna have lunch here, but I'm not sure it's safe to even sit here. So just a little more on Summitville. It's a super fun site, and as everything else on this channel, I'm probably going to get my facts wrong, but basically they set it up. It's 1,200 acre mine. They set it up to mine gold, and
they use some kind of cyanide leaching process to extract the gold, and the cyanide leaked into the river and all the way down and contaminated everything. So I'll probably take pictures of these, and I will take pictures of these and put them at the end of the video if anyone wants to read all this stuff. But right now I'm gonna finish my lunch. Again, that's Indiana Pass way up there, 12,000 feet, and I'll finish my lunch, and I only have 14 more miles to go to get to the Stunner Campground for the night. Don't want to get too close to these guys, but I've been riding on this trip a long time and seen a lot of cows. These cows seem to be hanging out at the beach. That one guy's in the water a little. And there's a big one looking right at me. The big one always looks at you to protect the babies. Okay, so now we have more cows. It looks like some cowboys. I don't know what to do. Should I wait for the cows to get off the road? Should I wait for the cows to go off the...
I bet you can just keep these out like you are.
Will they attack me, the cows?
They shouldn't.
Alright, are you a cowboy, right?
I reckon that's what you'd call me, yes sir.
Is it okay if I film you?
Yeah, you're good.
This is my first cowboy I've seen. I've been riding from Banff, Canada.
No kidding.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of cows, but no cowboys.
Where are you headed?
Mexico.
Mexico, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit of a drive.
And the dogs, they help herd them.
Yeah, they do.
You know, there's like 4 or 5 of them up there by the lake, right? Yeah. So, all right, well, I can keep walking.
I think you should be able to, if you're not comfortable with that, you could even just park right here if you'd like.
Well, let me turn this off. Okay, so the guy said I could keep walking. This will be very interesting. They look a little agitated. They look a little agitated, if you ask me. I think I'll wait here. Didn't think I was going to film that much today with all this climbing. By the way, I'm at 5,300 feet of gain today. And those cows were cool, weren't they? That's especially for me. But check this out. I'm coming into a deep canyon, and it winds around and it makes a sharp right and goes boom into the campsite. So made it to Stunner Campground. It's pretty good, pretty nice actually. I'm the only one here. There's at least one guy behind me, Tim from Iowa, and the German guy Ralph probably went on to Piltoro. So there's a big field and privy right there because it's U.S. Forest Service campground. There's a sign that says no water, but I brought a ton of water, didn't drink it, so I'm good. I'll stop in Piltoro tomorrow for breakfast. There's where I cook dinner, and this is the setup for the night, and that's it. Tomorrow I'm gonna read the book tonight and see where I'm going. I'll probably do 40 or 50, normal 50, and I think I'll be in New Mexico, but I'll check tomorrow.